A 10-year-old Wisconsin boy has been charged as an adult with first-degree reckless homicide after he fatally shot his mother because he was upset she wouldn't let him buy a virtual reality headset on Amazon. The shooting unfolded on November 21st at 6:50 a.m. A day later, the boy went on to buy the Oculus virtual reality headset on his deceased mother's Amazon account and even asked his grandmother if his package arrived. Quiana man, age 44, was shot at close range. The bullet entered her right eye and exited from the back of her head through her skull.
Deadly shooting happened Monday at the boys' home near 87th and Hemlock on the northwest side of the city. Police initially ruled the shooting accidental, but the criminal complaint says the 10-year-old's family called police with serious concerns the next day. The boy's sister telling detectives, quote, "He has had rage issues all of his life. He becomes very angry and acts out," adding that he had been seeing a therapist. And when police questioned the boy a second time, they say he told them the shooting wasn't accidental and that he was mad at his mother because she woke him up early that morning.
According to this complaint, police say the boy told them he took his mother's keys and grabbed the gun from a lockbox, then went down to the basement to confront his mother while she was doing laundry.
The boy told investigators he only meant to scare his mother by shooting at the wall, instead admitted that he shot her in the face and that he knew guns can kill people. No one answered the door at the family's home Thursday. The complaint says the boy's grandmother said he told her, quote, "I'm sorry for killing my mom," then asked if his Amazon package had arrived.
Well, Hillary, tonight, what's next for this boy?
Well, Patrick, he is charged as an adult. He's due back in court next week, and if convicted, could face 60 years in prison. Meanwhile, his mother's funeral is set for Friday.
Hillary Mintz reporting live tonight.
According to the 10-year-old's grandmother, she states that her grandson has been hearing voices in his head that tell him to do bad things. She says that he clearly is unwell and needs help. He told her that Santa's bringing him some things for Christmas. He said yesterday, "Can we go to the house and decorate it for Christmas? Put up the Christmas tree and decorate the outside of the house?" And if he can't come to help, he wants her to go and do it. She told him that she would do that. Events such as decorating for Christmas, elaborate birthday parties, and trips to far-off places were part of Quiana's effort to help the youngest of her 4 children cope with his psychiatric disturbances. He's always said that he hears voices. There's 2 little girls inside his head telling him to do things, and he has an imaginary friend that will tell him to do really bad things. He has long had difficulty sleeping, and the voices become particularly intense in the early morning hours. He said that his thoughts and everything starts generating at 5 or 6 in the morning, sometimes even 4. He has struggled at school. He tried to do the right thing, but he couldn't do it right. And he was bullied a lot, really bad. 2 years ago, he fell off of a swing at school and hit the back of his head, which led to a concussion. So that just meshed with the mental illness, and it just kind of spiraled and made him worse. It was bad. Sometimes he would just have these episodes where he was just kind of mean to his mother. He did not seem to register his impact on her anymore than he did his puppy's howls when he swung it around by its tail. He didn't pick up on a lot of things. He talks intelligent, but he doesn't understand a lot of things, and he would cry a lot. 6 months ago, he filled a balloon with flammable liquid and ignited it. It resulted to a fire spread to a carpet and furniture in the living room before it was extinguished. Afterwards, he told his family that the 2 little girls in his head told him to do it. He called the duo sisters and offered some insight into his alternative reality when he described one little girl as an elderly woman and the other as an unpleasant man. Quiana had been taking her son to a therapist whose diagnosis confirmed the severity of his illnesses. She got daily reports from his school whether he had disrupted the class on that particular day. And there was no shortage of people willing to do what they could to assist her. We tried to help her with him, all of us. Everybody that knows her, even her church people, we all tried helping her with him because we knew he had a mental illness. As she continued the effort to cheer and stabilize her son, Quiana managed to work as a healthcare coordinator and come within 3 credits of a master's degree, even attending Holy Temple Firstborn Church and singing in a gospel choir called the Disciplettes. Together, she and her son went to Disneyland last Christmas and to New York in June. They flew off to Puerto Rico in early November, returning last week. He appeared to like trips, but wherever they went, he seemed unable to shake off his inner torment. I don't know if he was really happy. unless you know we got him something. The family says he would sometimes steal his mother's credit card to buy things online, and he was certainly not happy when she stopped him from buying the virtual reality headset. On November 22nd, the boy climbed out of bed in the early morning hours when his voices were most active. He would later say that he was angry because his mother had awakened him at 6 a.m. when he wanted to sleep for another half an hour. Around 7, he went into the second floor bedroom where his 26-year-old sister Brianna Moore sleeps. He told her to come. He thinks mama's dead. You know, this is very unfortunate. This mother tried everything that she could to get help for her son. She took him to a therapist, took him to church, locked up her weapon, took him out on lavish vacations, but she failed to realize that this little boy has some demons on him. And I get it. A lot of people do not believe in these things. They think it's just in movies. But these things are real. These things are documented. I'm pretty sure the Vatican has them locked up somewhere. Okay, allegedly. But these entities will enter a host and turn up, causing a dis-ease in your brain, in your mental. Have me had been 10 years old, going up to my parents and my mommy, papi, I have the 2 sisters in my boy and they're telling me to do this bad thing. My father would have been like, excuse me? They're telling you to do the what? He would have been like, foot palm valleys, man, my foot rig lil. Alright? Would have had his tools out, his candle, his incense, his holy Bible, right on Psalms, his resin, his charcoal, his chalk, flow the water, turn right up. Rebuke that shit right about me. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That little boy said, listen, around 4, 5, 6 in the morning, do not wake me up. Because this is when these entities are active. She woke him up at 6 o'clock. Now, if she would have woke him up at 6:30, would this have happened? I don't know. I have no idea. But this is sad. There's certain things that a therapist cannot fix and they cannot do, and that's a damn exorcism. Alright? The hell? And then he does what he does and then orders the VR headset? You don't need that. You already have a different reality going on in your damn brain. And you're gonna pair it with a virtual one? This is sad. And Wisconsin don't play. They're like, listen, homicide, 9, 10, I don't care how old you is. Adult. Prison. Period. Lord Jesus. Nobody should be scared in their own home to have cameras up and all this. Nah. Over here talking to who? They told you to do what? Calling me a mambo, a shaman, a spiritual healer, a high priest, priestess, somebody. Rebuke this ish up out. Alright? This is some next shit. Right here. My prayers and condolences go out to this family. They're saying he's gonna get up to 60 years. I don't know. This is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I'm out of here. Later, y'all.